Okay, it looks like we are good. Oh, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Douglas and Dan, can y'all hear okay? Everybody can hear me? All right, great. Awesome. Well, welcome to our webinar. I'm Amanda Garcia. I am the program director for our public relations and digital media marketing degrees. And we also have Mr. Dan Ray on the phone, on the Zoom with us. We're not on the phone, we're on Zoom, who is the senior academic advisor for these programs as well.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Dan, Senior Academic Advisor, responsible for several programs, among others, the Digital Media and Marketing certification. I've been at Tulane for 4 years now, working with the non-traditional students. And yeah, welcome. Thanks for joining.
Great. So just a little bit about SOPA, just in case you're unfamiliar before we dive into the program specific information. So Tulane University was founded in 1834 as the Medical College of Louisiana. We offered our first continuing education classes in 1886, and we have now morphed into the School of Professional Advancement to focus more on those applied learning courses and majors that are really workforce aligned. We have a ton of depth in online learning as well as on ground. We actually employ a team of instructional designers. So whereas other schools, let's say, or universities around the country that offer online classes, that are just courses that they built online, we actually have 4 instructional designers that craft those online courses to meet learning objectives, to have like the latest and greatest technology, and they're experts in that area. And so it really sets our online courses apart if you're going to be taking online classes. Our programs and faculty, we have programs that, like I said before, that are directly aligned with the workforce. That is very unique to us. And our faculty are working professionals in those areas. So if you're taking a class, let's say in SEO and SEM, it's being taught by somebody who does that every day in the workforce. And so you're getting the most up-to-date applicable knowledge. We also have a full-time team of student support and success coaches, everything from, for example, Dan, who would be your academic advisor, all the way to Cynthia Washington, who is our career advisor, who can help you with internships and job placement. Also, affordability and flexibility. Our tuition rates are discounted from what different schools, every school within Tulane has different price structures. Ours are significantly reduced because we know that our classes are typically going to be more applied and taken by those people who may be working and have families. And so we want to make it affordable and attainable for those students. And flexibility in terms of being able to take on-ground, online, day classes, night classes, we make it really easy. And of course, you have that Tulane prestige on your diploma. So when we think about online learning, we are using the Canvas portal. I don't know if you're familiar with Canvas, but we use the Canvas portal. It is very robust. There you're able to access like all of the learning materials that you would need. We have videos, we have LinkedIn Learning accounts. Used to be lynda.com back in the day, now it's LinkedIn Learning. So you have access to a ton of videos outside of your like professor's instruction. We also have really interesting ways to connect with other students. We also have different types of meetups and speakers, etc., all within the online environment. So it doesn't really feel like a traditional online class. There's a lot of face-to-face like this engagement with students and faculty. So we have about a little over 1,300 students who completed almost 11,000 hours of online coursework just within the last year. We also offer 8 master's degrees, 11 grad certificates, etc. You can see them here, as well as over 190 faculty trained. And so once again, just making the point that our online instruction really is superior to other programs out there. Okay, so within this program, we have our certificates in digital media, marketing and communications, as well as a certificate in marketing. These are anywhere from 12 to 15 credit hours. Some students like to do multiple certificates, so they may do the certificate in digital media marketing. They might do a certificate in marketing as well. And so they like to combine those, which is really nice. And then we also have additional courses outside of the 12 to 15 credit hours. So let's say you're doing the digital media marketing certificate that only requires, let's say 15 credit hours, but you want to take additional classes, you can take those additional classes before you like officially graduate with that certificate, if that makes sense. So you're not like restricted to those 15 hours, which is 5 classes. If you wanted to take like 8, 9, etc. classes, we have students that do that because they just want to keep taking more, almost as like additional electives. You can kind of think of it like that. And so these are some of the classes. So digital media principles and strategy. That's really like baseline class that kind of introduces you to the field. Like I mentioned before, SEO, SEM strategies, creating digital content, not necessarily design, but how do you art direct? How do you take the strategy that you developed and translate that into creative? Digital media campaigns is the capstone where you're actually doing the research, creating the strategy, and then directing the art. And we actually have a digital design program that we're going to be working with moving forward that will pair a design student in a class in the social media strategies class with PR, digital media marketing students to actually execute your design concepts and campaigns and really like bring your project to life. So that's coming up that we're really excited about. We also have marketing classes, advertising classes, business communications, and much more. And then careers. So if this is an area you end up pursuing, you can move into like a marketing manager role, advertising, where you're getting a ton of that, media relations, digital media manager, which is where a lot of students in the digital media marketing certificates go into, digital ad manager, and digital strategies manager. And like I mentioned before, you know, we have, once again, something that sets our program apart. It's just not jumping straight into online classes. I mean, we do have a team of academic advisors, expert faculty. We have our career advice and career advisors, and then networks of program peers and other Tulane alumni. We're also members of like the American Marketing Association and other big, I think we might be getting to that slide, other organizations that just made me think of it, where that network, right, where we take you to these meetings, even if it's virtually, where you can network and once again, gain those internships or those jobs after you finish. We also have something, credit for prior learning. It doesn't necessarily apply to the certificates, but if you decided that you wanted to pursue a bachelor's in the digital media marketing, you can actually earn credit based on your work-life experience. So if you've done something like this, you decide you want to do the full bachelor's instead of the certificates, you could actually earn up to 24 credits, but this is not necessarily applicable for the certificates themselves. Like I mentioned before, our tuition is greatly reduced from what you would expect at Tulane. We're only charging $524 per credit. Most of your classes are 3 credit hours, so you can do the math there. We do have financial aid that is available. And we also have federal grants and loans. We have our Yellow Ribbon program. We have a 20% discount for active duty military, K through 12 instructional staff, and New Orleans area public employees, which is really, really helpful. And then just to wrap up how to apply, and then I'll answer any questions that you have. It's super easy. The link here is at the bottom of the screen on sopa.tulane.edu/apply. You just complete the application. There is a $40 application fee, which we will waive because you attended this today. We need a valid government ID, so that could be like a passport, I think, also, as well as a military ID or your driver's license, as long as it's current and valid. And any transcripts, so if you're doing the certificates and you're coming from another college or institution, we would need a copy of that. Or if you're coming straight out of high school and doing a certificate, then we would need those high school transcripts. It just kind of depends on your last educational experience. Those are the transcripts that we need, basically. Dan, do you want to talk about the application deadlines?
Yeah, sure. So they have a pretty straightforward deadlines. We have admission every semester, including summer. Usually applications are due 2 weeks prior to the semester starting. That being said, that's when you have to submit the application online by. If your transcript doesn't trickle in till a week or a couple days after, that's fine. It's just the application will go offline, you know, on those days where you can actually go in to apply for it. And so in the fall, it's moved up now, I believe, to August 1st, because traditionally we were going to start the fall semester on August 24th, which was a Monday, but then with the president's message and returning to the classroom and everything, And the semester is now going to start on Wednesday, August 19th. And then it's only going to run through the end of November into Thanksgiving, that they kind of did as a precautionary thing, should, you know, this get serious again with this virus and everything. But the application deadline for fall is August 1st. That's just getting the application done and submitted on the website. And then transcripts from, you know, if you attended any prior colleges, a lot of schools now are doing electronic transcripts, and you just go to their, contact the school, fill out the request to have the transcript sent, and then you can have it sent directly to us via email. And then those happen usually within a couple of days versus, you know, going through the regular snail mail process. But not all schools do that. It's no big deal. But if that's an option, then that's kind of the quickest way to get that all done. And yeah.
Thanks. This is my email address and phone number. I'm also going to put my cell phone in the chat, that at any time, if you have any additional questions or concerns, you can always text me and we can schedule a time to talk, or we can just talk via chat if that's easier for you. I would add on to what Dan was saying about the application deadlines. You know, these classes can tend to fill up. And so you want to make sure that you get ahead of that deadline. That way you have time to register and like get the classes you want, you know? So I think getting that, if you're interested and you definitely want to take that step, get that application started as soon as possible. And that way, and email me or text me, and then we can start saying like, okay, these are the classes offered in the fall and in the spring. Let's make sure that these are on your radar. So as soon as your application goes through and you're accepted, you're able to then like quickly register for those. So we can kind of plan a little bit like as you're going through the registration process too.
Yeah, and once you start with that as well and you get through it, you know, then I'm sure Amanda will CC me on any email communications as she has done. And then I kind of reach out to you, and then I can get you all set up. You know, I can get you declared for the certificate. I could, you know, help you get registered for the classes, and any of those kind of little things along the way, I'll be there to assist with that.
Okay, great. Any questions from anyone? Douglas, what are you currently doing? Are you currently working? Are you looking to like switch careers? Can you tell me a little bit about what you're looking for?
I like to tell everybody I'm retired. So we moved to New Orleans. My wife took a job at Tulane Medical School.
Nice.
So we moved from New York City, and I've been taking classes for the last year, but that's pretty much it. Just kind of, I never declared anything. I'm still just kind of having fun with it.
Nice.
So just looking at all the different programs. I signed up for, I think, 3 or 4 of these pathway things to kind of hear about what. And I'm currently finishing up a digital design and media or foundation class.
Oh, good. Who do you have for that class right now?
It's Champagne.
Oh, nice. Okay, how's that going?
Oh, really well, really well. I really enjoy it. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. It kind of, you know, sparked an interest. So I just wanted to see what it was all about.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, go ahead, Dan.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, like, if you're undecided, you know, so this certificate in digital media marketing communications, you know, it leads into the public relations major as well. So in public relations, it's a 36-hour major. You have it's 12 classes in that major, you know, 120 credits for the bachelor's and whatnot. But that major has 6 foundation core courses basically, and then you can choose the track that you want to do. If you want to do the traditional public relations track, or if you want to do the digital media and marketing communications track. And those courses in that concentration are also part of the certificate too. So, you know, if you take those and then you decide to do a bachelor's in public relations, then that's all going to carry over into that.
Yeah.
And also, if you're already a student, and if you've attended any colleges before, we would need, and you decide on a major, or when you get to that point, whether it's going to be digital design, then we can link you up with my colleague Brittany, who advises digital design students, or whether it's public relations or anything else. Excuse me. Any prior college transcripts, that we would need to get evaluated and start that process of getting syllabuses for the courses that you're looking to transfer over. And then, we can do a degree map for you based on the degree you're looking to do and to show what classes you've completed and what you still need to take. If you already have a bachelor's degree, then same process if you wanted to get a second bachelor's degree. We would have to get the transfer credits evaluated, and there's a process there for that. I'll put my, go ahead.
I said I've already sent all that in. Mackay Williams.
Michaela, he's great. He does, he works with undeclared students.
Yeah.
So once you declare, he will send you to myself or to Brittany, or if you fall under one of his programs, then you'll work with him and he can get you all, situated and set up with that process, what you need to do and so on and so forth, as far as all that goes. And, if you decide you want to major in, I don't know, digital design or social sciences, then either Michaela or Brittany would be your advisor. But then if you also wanted to do the certificate on the side, then I would be your advisor for that. Amanda would be there for you as well, since she's the director of the program and stuff. So, we all kind of have a little hand in it, basically, depending on the area, that you're going for.
Yeah. Just let us know. I mean, it sort of just depends on, like what you're interested in doing with all of this. And then we can kind of help lead you and guide you into like what classes you should take based on your goals, based on if you're just taking them for fun, or if you're really looking to like change your career, like whatever, just let us know and then we can kind of help guide you into this classes. Yeah.
Okay. No, that sounds great. Yeah. I'm kind of just out there just taking classes that look fun. So I've been doing it full time for the last year and a half. I should probably do something.
Get credit for it, at least get another degree under your belt. Right. Awesome. Well, so good to meet you.
Yeah, you as well.
Yeah, awesome. Well, yeah, reach out, let us know what you need, and we'll go from there.
Okay, that sounds good.
Awesome. Okay, well, thanks, guys. Anne, are we all set? Okay, awesome. All right, well, y'all have a good day. We'll talk to you later. Thanks.
You as well.
Okay, bye.